Alright everybody, what is going on? It is your boy, Distinct Inferno, coming back after a pretty long hiatus, man. My bad everybody. I just got caught up with some life stuff and haven't really had much time to upload or do anything. But we should be getting back to our normal schedule soon. However, we're going to be cutting the streams down by a lot. They're probably only going to be 2 hours from now on. And that's just because that's what I've been approved for by my mom. So she wants me to only do 2 hours so I can take care of my health and everything. You guys know what it is, man. Mothers being mothers. So she wants me to look after myself. So streams are from now on only going to be 2 hours long. But I can still do them around the same times. Most of the times, though, they're not going to be at reset anymore. Only on, like, if there's a big update. Most of the time, they're going to be at some point during the day. I'll still have to figure out when, but they will be coming. And as far as videos go, those will try to keep a daily upload schedule going as usual. And before we even get into this video, man, this new update that they did on Legends last week, I know I didn't really cover it too much except for the stream, but this new update has actually made the game very fun for me. The PvP, even though it's still laggy quite a bit, I can actually play a match and not be stressed because I get matched with somebody who has bad RP, and then I get set back like 3 hours if I lose that match somehow because of lag or something like that, you know? So this new update has definitely been one of the GOAT ones in my book. And Zenkai Trunks, I've been having a lot of fun with, as you guys know. And just a lot of good things have happened for Legends over the past few days. And same thing for Dokkan as well. They've had a new Link skill update, and things are going good for both games right now. Legends is definitely heading in a good direction. If they just do a few more things, man, Legends easily becomes a Z tier gacha game. Right now, for me, it's in like mid A tier to high A tier, but not even close to S or Z tier yet. But if they start adding like more story events and like polishing up the lag, I know they can't get rid of lag completely because that's impossible in an online game, but they could polish it up a bit to like make it better for when you do get a laggy match, or at least make it to where they don't happen as frequently. That's something that I would love to see worked on. And co-op obviously is the other thing. Co-op, story events, and that, if they fix those three, in my opinion, Legends is a Z-tier gacha game, as long as they fix those three things. If they get even two of them, mainly co-op and connection, like co-op if they fix, and also fixing the connections between people, then Legends is a Z-tier gacha game. I would appreciate more story events, but honestly, we do get a good amount of CC a month, so I'm not too worried about getting new story events. Content does feel dry, but at least you have PvP, and that's the thing about Legends. It always has PvP. So if they make PvP really good, we don't really need those story events, because even though they help for the PvE content, having a really good PvP gives the game a lot of replayability to where you can play the game every day and not get completely bored. But right now, the meta in PvP is another issue where every match is just either future or fusion, and it's not the best meta right now. But hopefully in the coming few months that'll change once we get more green units, more teams that are better or at least equal to future. Like, there's a lot of things that can happen in the next few months that can help the meta become better. But hopefully the developers are looking into that. But with that being said, guys, let's get into the Legends Weekly Update featuring Zenkai Purple Saiyan Saga Vegeta. That's the first one we're going to go over here. In terms of banners, the unit, there's only one unit, which is this guy, but there is another banner that we will go over. So Zenkai Super Saiyan Vegeta, his banner is the same as the other Zenkais. You just have the chance at 1500, 500, all of that. 1k CC, you get an extra 100 and 100 CC there. So if you guys want to go for Zenkai Vegeta, you can do that. The Legends Anniversary Super Saiyan Blues are still here. Happy Weekend's coming up. Trunks is here still. But this is a bombshell that they just dropped on us. Legends Limited Step Up. A guaranteed Legends Limited drop on Step 6. So this banner obviously came out of nowhere. It is 4.8k CC for a guaranteed LF, which is really good value for an LF. However, if you look more into the banner, you'll see why I would say you should probably skip this banner. The only usable LFs on here that you really would want to get would be Vegito and Vegeta. That's a 1 in 7 chance of you getting a usable LF. LF Namek Goku is good, but he is nowhere near good in this meta as he was when he first released. He's still decent. However, he's just not good in this meta. Green Super Saiyan 3 Goku was never really impressive, and until he gets a Zenkai, that's not going to change. Same thing with Goten and Gohan. They were really good on release, but they have not aged very well. And that's why you don't really want to get them. And Beerus, if you don't even have him 6 stars, this banner is a complete skip. Because, yeah, you could get 2 of him in this banner. Overall, you could get one without the guaranteed and one with the guaranteed, but the chances of that happening are still very, very low, of that 2 LFs you get being the same Beerus. So I would probably skip this, because as good as Beerus is, as Zenkai 7 and Zenkai, all of that stuff, it's very unlikely you get all the copies you need for him off this banner. If you are a pay-to-play player, 100% must summon this, because if you're pay-to-play, it doesn't matter for you that much. But if you're free-to-play, if you have your LF Vegeta and Purple Vegeta 3 stars, skip this banner. Even if you do get that Namek Goku to 3 stars or that other Goku to 3 stars, you're not going to be able to use them very effectively in the meta. They will, most of the time, just end up getting one comboed, and you don't really get to use them. With Purple Vegeta and the LF Vegeta, they're on good teams to where they can be used. The green Super Saiyan 3 Goku is more of a bench unit. Namek Goku is used more of a bench unit. Those two units are just not really used in actual PvP. And Goten has been very outdated for a long time. And same thing with Gohan. There's just better options. And Beerus, like I said, if you have him close to 7 stars, maybe try to summon on this. But for the most part, it's a skip. Even like the 700cc step, it isn't horrible. But do you really want to spend that 700cc on there rather than going for one of the other banners available right now? And I'll get to like why. The other sparkings on it are pretty bad. I mean, it's a higher rate than normal, but for the most part, it's still a 1% rate. And this Zenkai, cool, but we'll go over his information in a bit. This guy, bench unit. This guy, bench unit, but not even for good teams right here. This guy could be used for a good bench on Saiyan. This guy's decent. However, the AGL, or not the AGL, but the blue Vegeta transforming into God is not really a meta unit on Vegeta family anymore. And same thing with Purple God Q. He's kind of been replaced by Zamasu and now the Vegeta. Like, you really don't want to run him. He is decent, but you don't really want to run him. Green Gogeta got replaced by Kefla pretty quickly. And the team is more strike oriented, so he doesn't even fit in as a blast unit. And then this green movie Goku is just kind of bad now. It's kind of depressing, but it is what it is. The EXs on the banner have not changed, so that means that the EX Super Warriors have actually not been added to the banner yet, which is fine. Maybe they'll be added to the next like big banner we get. But that's the Legends Limited step up. In all honesty, it's a good banner if you don't have a lot of LFs. If you have most of them at like 3 stars, at least the good ones, skip this banner, save your CC, go for a different banner. If anything, this banner's not worth it at that point. And if you're asking, oh, well, what other banner should I summon on? For one, Yellow Vegeto's banner is a guaranteed sparking, and if you get at least one copy of Yellow Vegeto, you're good. So I would say maybe go for this instead of it, because at least you're guaranteed a sparking every multi. So that's 3k CC you'll go on to this with a guaranteed sparking every multi. And it's a 10% chance of it being Yellow Vegeto, Kaioken and Goku hit. Like, these are some good units too. The only bad units really on here is pretty much these 5 right here. There's 5 out of the 10 units on this banner are pretty decent. So that's one. And then obviously the Legends Rising Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan banner, 999 Z power, super good banner. Like, not the banner, but the super good units. The banner is still pretty garbage, but it's better than that one in a degree. Even though it doesn't have any LFs on it, they're both pretty much horrible, because that one doesn't have really good units, this one doesn't have really good units. That one is a guaranteed LF, but these units are better than some of those LFs. So this Purple Vegeta is a god tier unit. This Goku's also pretty decent. So personally, I'm trying to get this Vegeta, but I haven't gotten him yet. And that's why I'm thinking of going for Zenkai Vegeta, which is information we are going to go over now, because that's all the banners that we got to talk about. Let's head over to Zenkai Awakening Vegeta. So this is the boy. His categories are the same. Those don't change when you get a Zenkai. His stats will probably be nuts, but we can't really see that. Actually, we could probably see that in game, and I might be able to put that on screen by sending a message to myself or something. So maybe we can show that. But I'm going to go ahead and open up Legends on my phone just to check for sure. And in the meantime, let's take a look here. So, Zenkai Awakened, Prince of All Saiyans Vegeta, the original Blast King, has finally gotten his Zenkai Awakening, as they advertised him in his reveal yesterday. They were like, the King of Blast returns or something like that. So now we can actually see if he will be the King of Blast again. Let me check limit status. So this isn't Zenkai, yeah. So his Zenkai is not in the game apparently. I have to refresh the app maybe though. So Prince's Pride is his main ability. Restore ki by 30, draw blast cards next, and get 50 blast damage. That's kind of meh. Is that the same as before? It's literally the same ability as before. Only thing being he gets 30 extra key to actually use the blast card he draws. That's not horrible, but for a Zenkai, I would have expected more of a change than just getting 30 key on the main ability. That's kind of unimpressive. But let's get to these unique abilities. So his unique ability before was Anti-Sun, Super Warrior, and Sun Family. Now that's gone up by 10%, and he restores his own health by 20% if a character allied Nappa is defeated. And that happens once. I don't know what Nappa you would really want to run with him unless you're running mono purple. But a Nappa, like, we don't really have a good one. Except for the purple one, and he's not even that good either. And it's just... It's really not that good. That ability is kind of meh. And also Sun Family, I mean, that's a good one. Sun Family could maybe make a comeback and that'd be useful. But Super Warriors, man, they just got in the meta and they're still not even like a Z tier team. So both of these are just kind of like, you could say, like, irrelevant. That's the word I'm looking for. Irrelevant. Because you're not really going to see them in action a lot. You're really not. So let's go to the next main ability. And before it was -5 to own Blastars cards. -5 to own Blastars once 15 timer counts have elapsed from battle start. And 30% to blast damage inflicted once 30 timer counts have elapsed. So he's a unit that wants to build up. It stays the same post Zenkai, but now he also gets card art draw speed after 45 counts. So a unit that takes that long to build up. I mean, it's not the worst. Zenkai Trunks is pretty similar in that aspect where you need like around 40 counts for him to build up post transformation. So he takes about 50 counts to build up, which is one of the reasons he doesn't fit in on a lot of the meta teams because you have to build him up so much. But Zenkai Trunks holds his own for sure. So maybe this won't be the biggest downfall, but it's still kind of a letdown that this guy takes so long to build up. But that is what it is. So now his biting off more than you can chew. This is what you get at Adept, which is the Zenkai 3. Applies the following against itself when 2 allies are defeated. 30% of damage inflicted and -5 to blaster. So that's not even a per ally. That's just when both of your allies die, you get 30% damage and -5 to blastars cost. That's really bad too. That's actually really bad because even as a last man standing, you're only getting 30% extra damage and -5 to your blastars cost. It's really unimpressive. At most, you're getting 60% blast damage accompanied with his main. -10 to blastars card is pretty nice, because you're getting -5 from that and then -5 from his other unique ability. So his blasters are going to be like 19 costs or less, but he's only getting 60% damage on them extra. So that could definitely be better. It's really disappointing. The following effects occur when this character enters battlefield. And this is what you get for Zenkai 6, which is hopefully a really good one. Is +15 to blast damage inflicted for 15 counts. Oh, that's whenever you come into the battlefield. So you draw Blast Hearts card whenever you come in. You get 15% blast damage for 15 counts and inflict all enemies with attribute downgrade to 15% to blast or to damage received for 15 counts. The downgrade is cool, except for most people are immune. And the blast damage inflicted and drawing the Blast Hearts card is good. The damage inflicted number is pretty low, to be honest. So this guy's getting like 45% blast damage inflicted when he comes in at Zenkai 6. After 30 counts have elapsed, he's getting -5 to his blastars cost. That's okay. A card draw speed. If you can stall that long into the fight, maybe he'll be good. He's gonna do a lot of blast damage, but like with all the blast armor going around and all the yellow units that can be a threat as well, I mean, this guy's looking up to be a disappointment right now. But maybe after we see some showcases and stuff, I'll be more impressed and actually Zenkai him. So his blue card deals major impact damage and 35% to own Blast Arch power for 20 counts on hit. That's okay, I guess. His green card is +15 to damage inflicted and changes his own strike to Blast Arch card. Also decent, but the same issue still stands. He's not really getting a lot of buffs. He's really not getting a lot of buffs for a Zenkai 7 unit, which I'm guessing is probably because they made it a lot cheaper, but they didn't have to shaft him like that, man. Like, this is honestly kind of disappointing. We'll have to see how he actually does once we get him over into Zenkai 7 territory with stat boost and everything. And I'm looking at his stats right now. So this guy will have 291,000 blast attack which is really good. It just comes down to his uniques not being that good. So we'll have to see how good he'll be. He definitely has good stats, which is given because Zenkai 7 units, obviously. But we'll have to see how he fits into the meta, because the meta is blast armor, not anything else. So it's going to be interesting to see this guy in action for sure. Outside of this, however, we do have one other thing to look at. That took a lot of time to go over that, but Vegeta is kind of disappointing. I would honestly skip. Our new hyperdimensional co-op is a meta cooler. Hopefully he's not as annoying as Cell was, so we'll see how that goes. Looking like it's going to be a Vegeta family focused one. And we do have a new Space Time Rush. It's called Ultra Space Time Rush Champions. We don't know if this is permanent or if it's a one-time thing, but it has the usual end date of every 2 weeks. There's only one rush now, not 5, which is interesting for sure. However, if it decides to load, I'm guessing the site's having a lot of traffic. I don't know. But there we go. So it loaded. So it's only one rush now. However, it's 30 battles, which could be bad. There is obviously boost characters still. And the challenges look like they're easier. Just defeat all opponents is what it says. Yeah, just defeat all opponents. I mean, it doesn't look like you have to run a specific color or anything anymore. That's actually pretty good. And obviously the levels go up by 200 every fight, it looks like. So by level 10, they should be at 4,000, right? Oh, 4,800. Okay, maybe I'm just tripping. Level 5 is where it's 4,000, I'm guessing then. Level 6. Level 5 is 38. Okay. So it goes up by 200. And then once you get to... Wow, it's a little bit trippy. Battle... So after battle 11, everything is level 5,000. So that's 20 fights you have to do with level 5,000 units. Which, if you're in an end game, not the biggest issue. But if you're early game, it's pretty bad to deal with that. But the rewards are actually a lot better. So you're getting 600 CC every 2 weeks now, which is 100 more than before and 200 more for the 2 week span. You get 5 energy tickets, which I wish was more. It would have been nice if there was just like 10 energy tickets every like 1,000 points. That would have been pretty cool, but it's still pretty good. 5 energy tickets, not bad. A lot of level up material, so you get a golden bell, pizza, and all that. Very nice. You get a slot remover at 6,000 points. But the big thing is now you're getting 500 of every single super soul. So you get, this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you get 500 of every single super soul needed for soul boosting every time you finish this rush every 2 weeks. So over a month, that's 2,000 super souls you get just from this, not including the farming you're going to be doing with adventures or anything else. Just from doing this now, you're getting 2,000 super souls a month, which is actually super good value. The CC is obviously good, but for me, the super souls is more exciting because that helps with Zenkaiing a lot. So that's the new Space Time Rush. There's only one rush, 30 fights. Should be a lot harder than before, but not impossible, I don't think. Not impossible. But that's this week's Legends update, guys. I'll catch you guys in the stream later on. And with that being said, this is your boy, Inferno, signing out.